First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Detroit Lions.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go. 180. What's that?
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he's got room. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Lions are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point attempt to come here. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0.
Next to score, Lions 7, Steelers 0. Jack Fox to kick
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as they'll get this up to the 29.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Jack Campbell with a pick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, certainly not a great start. You give up the one-play touchdown, Charles, and it looked like this offense was trying to get the equalizer in one play on the other side.
They certainly were, and I think that the shock of giving up the big play may have forced their hand a little bit in their play calling. They didn't have the discipline to just say, all right, we've got time. Let's go ahead and work it downfield. Oh, you got a big play against us? We're coming right back to you. And it didn't go the way they envisioned.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special runs in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
20. What's that?
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 87 yards rushing for him now in just his first 3 carries. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line. It's the tight end. It's your wide receivers. Everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that they do their job, they'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
Just beating the play clock is gone. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Cameron Hayward able to record his 5th sack of the season. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Front. 180.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Touchdown! Amon-Ra St. Brown, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Lions lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. For quarterbacks, there are a number of ways to measure a good statistical season. This is one of them. That last touchdown pass, his 30th on the year. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0.
Steelers nothing. Jack Fox to kick off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
You talk about this Lions defense. Right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass, so 4th from the bottom charts.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
And this is going to be a Steelers first down as they'll take this up to the 38-yard line. You're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offense coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now run straight ahead with Warren. They'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Lions, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for them to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for them to escape the pocket and run.
And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 36. 23 yards the pickup there.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Hand off for Warren. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now it's Rudolph. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Rudolph. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And he hits the upright, but it caroms in anyway. With plenty of distance there as he banks it in. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started. The way that they're going about doing things right now, they've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense. And it is still early, just the 1st quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
A shotgun snap for Goff. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete. You look at this Steeler defense. They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
Now Goff. Short pass here taken in by Laporta. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
180.
Goff now to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Detroit! Amon-Ra St. Brown. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Steelers 3.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Rudolph. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this one is incomplete.
They attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Here's 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Rudolph. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 37 yards.
When they needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, it's Rudolph. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Rudolph now to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Rudolph. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
And that's where you want to use your big tight end. Let him use his size and frame to go up and get the deep ball in the end zone. But that time, they couldn't connect.
And this one is no good. He missed it.
It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept in a lot of games. And now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. This defense, look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, 69 yards. And the Lions are able to widen their lead here this first half. Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's going.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
2nd and 10. Here's Rudolph. He'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
They'll fake it. Now Rudolph. This one into the hands of Metcalf. On the gain of 3 on the play. And it'll be second down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Well, the great coach said football's really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Now a play fake, and it's Rudolph. A short reward of Fryermuth. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 41-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 41. Back to the air, Rudolph. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes, it attracts a little bit of extra attention, and it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
Now a second and 10. The tight end in motion right. Here's Rudolph off play action. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Rudolph looking to throw. That is caught. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 22-yard line. 19 yards that time for number 19.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try to wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here. Offense was moving it a little bit, out and back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Rudolph throwing again. This is caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Well, there wasn't much of a window there, Charles. Had to deal with a couple of defenders, but able to find his big tight end.
And, partner, we know double coverage is a challenge for any player to try to defeat. But maybe it's a little easier if you're one of those big tight ends because you have a size advantage on just about anyone trying to cover you, and you use your body to create some space.
Rudolph looking to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's one. And in for the Steelers, touchdown. Jalen Warren, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And this is up and good. It cuts the lead to 28-10 now.
Lions 28, Steelers 10. Chris Boswell, the kickoff.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
136 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
That's a 40-yard line.
Going back to Gibbs on first down. Down the right sideline.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Jack Fox to kick off.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
On the return. The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, put the same tempo, the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They'll send the big tight end in motion right.
On the give, it's Warren.
And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Shotgun snap for Rudolph.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for us.
When you're struggling on the offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Back to throw, Rudolph. He's going to float this one deep right side.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
Picked up by DJ Reed.
And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 5-yard line.
Hey, kill!
Goff.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Gibbs straight ahead.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Stopped in his tracks and given a loss on that play by Patrick Queen. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
Hey, lift!
To throw is Goff. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
20! Now you want! Switch!
From the gun, here's Goff. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here we go. 180.
Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Jack Fox to kick
The
off.
Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
They're on the 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Now it's Rudolph. A short one there to Fryermuth. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. A lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the 3rd quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
Here's Rudolph. He'll find Metcalf. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. It's rare that a receiver of his caliber would drop one pass, but that's now 2 times he's had his mitts on one and lost it.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him, though, because of the track record. Such a good player, maybe having a bad game, but I think they'll still go to him in a critical spot.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Steelers first down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Now a run with Warren. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Touchdown.
Jonnu Smith from 3 yards out. And the Steelers are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the 2nd half.
We always admire a guy who can go through his progressions and find the open receiver. I believe we just saw that there.
And we admire him just a little bit more when it goes for a touchdown. And now the Steeler offense staying out there, and they'll go for 2.
The Steelers will line up for the
They'll try and throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
Keeps the score. Lions 35. Steelers 16.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you can say that again. They've got
and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. But I believe the Lion was there to recover it. Yes, they will indeed keep possession.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Kick off to St. Brown for the Detroit first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Cut. 180. What's that?
A give, right side for Gibbs. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
46-yard line.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
10 at the 37-yard line.
White 20. What's that?
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Well, the offense has had a big day. He's been great running the football, but I don't think anybody liked that last result.
No, they didn't like the last result at all, but they have to look at it in total, don't they? They've had a big day running the football. You take an occasional loss or an occasional bad play along the way, but all in all, they have to like what they've done.
After getting stepped on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Here's Goff. Working the middle of the field. He's got a man complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 23.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
DC. Hey, kill. Listen. Hey, Todd.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Throw left side complete. That's Montgomery. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you get a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
This to Laporta, right side. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. Goff throwing again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside
inside the 25-yard line.
In today's NFL, most teams don't have as many goals for the game like we used to have where you checked off your boxes, but 0 turnovers.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
180. Hold on. 17.
Here's Goff. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trailed. That's caught inside the 20. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 62 yards.
To get back in this ball game, big plays are going to be necessary. And here's one right on cue. Coming up with 3 scores here in the fourth is not going to be an easy task. But that's good work there to bite off a chunk of yards.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Rudolph. Touchdown! Tim Patrick, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
The Steelers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. That's caught at the 2. And he is going to get in there for the 2 points to make this a 12-point game. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
We'll get that complete to the rookie from Arkansas. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Throwing again is gone. He's got room at the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. 10 more there and another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. A shotgun snap for Goff. Going underneath, Gibbs has it. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Defense is worried that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Here's Goff. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think there he had to come up with his primary receiver in a big way, just trying to get it to a secondary guy, unable to get that play completed.
Checked down, but didn't even have enough time to do that. Incomplete. This offense so far on third down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Head off to Gibbs, headed right here. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. On 4th down, on is Jake Bates for the Lions field goal. Bates' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that not just important in the fact that it widens their lead, but really that was a textbook job of just hanging on to the football.
And we know all the time that coaches talk about time of possession. Sometimes it's a stat that doesn't matter much, but in this drive, it matters a lot. They want to reduce time and score points and lock this game down.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. They do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Rudolph looking to throw. And that falls
to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Rudolph now to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
These guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at triple zeros. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
Fourth down, desperation time for Rudolph. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position.
Go tonight. 180. What's that?
And they will take a knee here.
Go tonight. Black 20.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
Go tonight. 180.
On a delay of game there, they could not get the playoff in time.
Frustrating for the head coach, frustrating for the offense. Sometimes you have to get the play call in a little bit quicker.
Here we go. 180.
And they take a knee. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right?